Aiming.Pro friends, I have neglected you guys for too long. Let me try to make up for it. What is going on, Angels? It's the champ Strider here with episode 19 of How to Improve Your Aim. And today we're going back to one of my favorite aim trainers and really one of my favorite communities, and that's Aiming.Pro. And if you've never used Aiming.Pro, it's definitely the best free aim trainer on the market. And it's also browser based, which makes it great for those Google Meets or Zoom calls everyone is stuck in for work or school. Not that I would ever aim train during meetings myself. So since Aiming.Pro already has those great skill assessment playlists, I figured I'd make a specialty routine for you guys that'll help you to develop those mouse control skills for my favorite area of gaming, and we know that that is aggressive sniping. And remember, here at Strider's Angels, we're all about being playmakers, so no camping with the sniper rifles. So even though I'm going to post the routine in the description, I have two recommendations for you guys. First, stick with the video till the end because I go over techniques and the why and the how for each drill in the routine, so it will help you progress. Secondly, join the Angels by hitting the subscribe button so that you can keep coming back for weekly aim training content. So as we get started, remember that we do 5 sets of each drill, and I try to make the routines around 30 minutes. So first up, we're going to go to the skill assessment tab and click the flick session, and we're going to do the first drill, which is called single target 2 to 6. And this is a great drill to practice those close range quick scopes. And what I want you guys to notice when I'm demoing the drill right here is look how straight my mouth passing is. I'm focusing on eliminating the curvature of my mouse as much as possible and taking a direct control path to the target on each flick. And I'm not really going fast in these clips, but if you notice, I'm still getting above average scores because my mouse technique actually makes me faster than clicking like a maniac with a crazy motion. Next up, we're going with a drill from the chef, which is 1 wall, 6 targets, extra small. And this is a precision drill where once again, we want to focus on keeping that direct mouse pathing through multiple targets. And you'll find it's much more difficult to keep that straight mouse path when the targets are smaller. For the third drill, we're heading back to our flick assessment list. And we're going to work on the precision drill, which simulates snapping our aim to a small ranged target's head. And I'm going to drill this into you guys, but as always, we want to watch our mouth passing and make sure we're going direct and straight with our crosshair to the target. Fourth up, also from the flick assessment, is to target. And this is similar to our first drill, but simulates more of that kind of mid-range sniping where you clip a few targets in a row with some real nice and snappy aim. So for our fifth exercise, we're graduating towards moving targets since enemies so very rarely stand still in games. So we're going to the click assessment playlist for 3 target long range, and traditionally we call these scenarios click timing, which kind of implies putting your crosshair in front of the target, waiting for it to cross and firing. And while this is a way of doing things, a lot of times it's too slow and not ideal. When you're training, I want you to focus on snapping right to the moving targets and firing as much as possible. And lastly, we have a custom drill from the always talented and helpful Solo 7, which is called Floating Heads. And just like this drill is named, it simulates clicking on those tiny enemy heads from range. And while you might have to click time these targets a bit more, the ideal way of aiming is still snapping right to them as much as possible and firing. Alright, Angels, that brings us to the end of today's episode. I'm always interested in hearing the comments, specific content you guys would like me to go over. And I also do have some more Aiming.Pro Kovacs and just general FPS content planned for the near future. So make sure you're subbed to the channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Champ out.